Fuck, yeah! Well, welcome back, my adventuring boys and girls. This is Two Chains with another attempt at St. Joe to see whether or not I can finish a complete ride without damaging something on my body or damaging something on my bike. So the real question is, can I do it? And I think you all actually know the answer already. Yeah, so I've just concluded that when I ride, it's going to cost me $100 to $200 every stinking time. So unlike the last two times I went to St. Joe, I was by myself. The last two times I was with groups, and so I was a little bit more adventurous and willing to take some risks. This time around, I figured, I'm really by myself. There weren't a whole lot of riders out on the trails. Most everybody that was out was on 4x4s and, side-by-sides out in the dunes. So I figured, well, I better take it a little bit safer this time around. So I just went ahead and decided to take some of these to myself. Now, Trail 100 actually runs all the way around the perimeter of the park, and that's really what I'd done the first time and what we tried to do the second time. But along the rides here, I've been down here a couple times with my nephew, and there's a spot that every time I drive by it, I really want to go up it. And so this time around, as you'll see coming up here in just a second, I actually went by it and thought, oh, there it is. I'm going to do this. And the reason why I want to do this is because my poor little nephew, every time we see it, he's scared to death to do it because we don't know what's on the other side. So I went up there today, and you know what? Nice and easy. I think he can handle it. So next time we go down there, Vlad, you and I, we're going to make it happen. For some reason, when it comes to riding, my patience level is just not there. I approach an obstacle and I think I have to immediately attack it, unlike how I normally am in life. And in this case, all we simply had was a roadblock to our left with some 4x4s on there. And had I just been patient and taken my time, I could have got around them. But instead, I figured, I need to walk my bike down this rock formation that I clearly have no skill to ride, and maybe give some love to my badge plate. Now, after my last ride down at St. Joe, I realized that I have no idea how to ride whoops in the sand. So, like everyone, I went on YouTube and found a great video. Thanks again, Everride, for putting out such great content, and got a chance to watch them. And gotta say, little hints that you gave me really seemed to help this time around. So, thank you much. There's a link if you guys want to find out for yourself. So besides coming out just to prove to myself that I can actually ride this without breaking any parts, which I didn't actually prove to myself, the other reason was because I realized that, I've never really played with my suspension settings. And this Honda CRF450RL actually has fully adjustable suspension. So one of the things I decided to do was go for the first half of it, riding the way I had it stock. And the second half I started tweaking, both the front and rear, and I really, despite the fact that I had a couple whoops at the end, I have to say it was a much more comfortable ride, and actually allowed me to challenge myself a little bit more, which is probably why, I had a couple boo-boos, because challenging me in a way that I hadn't done before. So it was kind of nice. Now, one of the other things I do is I like to watch any type of slips, trips, falls, accidents, and try to figure out, what did I do? Why was it wrong? And the one thing I have noted, and it really came obvious this trip because I had 3 of the same type of tip overs happen, was that my shift lever, which if you remember I broke last time, I put back on, it's too high. And when I'm going straight or going downhill, I have no problems. But on 3 times now going uphill, I realized that I was hitting the brake with my toe box and causing the back tire to slide out from underneath me. So, got to fix that. And fortunately, had it not been for these new boots that I got, which, by the way, I'm really enjoying, I don't think I'd have figured that out. So at this point in time, I'm realizing I'm tired. I'm at that particular point where I've got enough energy in me to ride another 20-30 minutes, but I need to get back, and I need to get back now, because this is when things start happening. And if you'll notice on this whole entire video, I don't actually capture where I break off my mirror, but yeah, I was getting close, and I was a little too far in, and it did end up happening. But finally got myself back on track, got me back into the center area where you can kind of crisscross quickly across the park, and got to move on. Now, do you remember what I just said about me getting tired and about what typically happens? So here's another shot of Steve does stupid stuff despite knowing better. I gotta tell you, I've got to listen to that voice, guys. Gotta listen to it. You all know when you're tired. That's the point to stop trying to challenge yourself. So we're at that point in the show where I want to say thanks for watching with me. And if you like what I'm putting out there, please like and subscribe. If not, I'll see you on the flip side. Until then, ride safe and have fun.